Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The Orioles, 83 and 79 last year. This year, they just got their 100th win. Hey, Giovanni, how you doing right there? 100th win of the season. Last year, 83 and 79. This year, 159. First AL East title since 2014. What's that? I always butcher names. But oh wow, the Packers just scored. It's 27-9. The Lions should have had 40 in the goddamn first half. Jordan Love was running for his goddamn life. Giovanni, I am doing great. Thanks for asking. Thank you for asking. Yes, I'm good. I don't even know if Giovanni, what his sports teams are. I was going to ask him about that, but I haven't heard anything. So I was like, and I saw that they won. They got the number one seed, the Orioles, 2-0 today. They beat the Red Sox, and I always butcher guys' names. Yeah, Anthony Santander, homer, 2-0, get the win, clinch the number one seed. Now, I was talking to Jason today. Basically, I was talking about how I think that his defensive coordinator, Staley, is not that good. He says he's okay. So they give him a lot of points, give a lot of points to the Titans. Titans aren't very good. Now, Johnson's going to have to start, the rookie for TCU, because Mike Williams got hurt. JD right here, folks. Okay, Giovanni, how you doing? How's everybody doing today? All excited talking about everything I want to talk about. How about this? Orioles, first title since 2014 AL East. They came back from last year, 83 and 79, 100 wins, 59 losses. And I got Giovanni on right now. Yeah, how you doing? Had a little technical. We got to work things out. That's how the thing we go these days. Get so excited to get going. And you got to hit a lot of buttons. And when you got to hit a lot of buttons, a lot of shit happens. And then you get things going and you go crazy. But how about this for RK? Orioles, first AL East title since 2014. Anthony Santander hit a home run. They're going to have home field throughout the AL East playoffs, which is beautiful for them. RK's got to be ecstatic. Yankees, this is the first time in 30 years, no Yankees, no Cardinals and Red Sox in the postseason. I love it. New blood. I think it's great. How about Judge? 103 games, 37 home runs, 75 RBIs, average 269. Had his 34th multi-home run game this season. Yesterday, they got lost today, but at least the Yankees are guaranteed finishing no worse than 81 and 81, which is shit. And I got something from Bubbles today that Joe Beningo on the Fan was talking and saying how the fans have been duped by Stephen Cohen. New one comes in and he basically jumped ship after one season. Jump ship. Yeah, that's what did I say to him? Yeah. Punted on the team. Punted. I said, hey, Bumbles, you have Lindor, a 30-30 season for nobody cares. You have Pete Alonso with 46 home runs. Senga, the second rookie, he's kind of, he's an older rookie. Second rookie with 200 strikeouts, joining Dwight Gooden on the team. You have the Yankees, Garrett Cole, 15-4. He's probably going to win the Cy Young. Why? Because he has 15 wins. Is that why? But his team isn't playing for a postseason berth. But, 15-4 is the best pitcher, and he's the second best ERA behind Blake Snell. So two players on losing teams are going to end up winning the Cy Young. Blake Snell on the Padres. The Padres, Yankees, and Mets, $880 million this offseason, and all three teams not making the playoffs. I was talking to Jason about his Chargers, about that Staley, is not a great defensive coordinator. The defense isn't playing great. They spent all that money on Jackson, who was a healthy scratch last week. You have Mike Williams out of over 100 yards last week in their win over the Vikings, and he's out. So now Johnston, the rookie at TCU, is going to have to step up, and he's got speed and everything. We'll see. His Padres, because I was like, how do they win the title? Basically, this is what they have to do. Oh, and I said Soto to the Mets is a rumor. I said, wow, that will be interesting. And is only a rumor because Jeff Passan mentioned in a live stream that he could see it seriously happening. Report today of a possible extension. Padres will make Juan Soto a very good contract extension offer. He has felt very good with the team. Very good chance he'll stay, so we'll see. He thinks the D doesn't suck. Staley's been making all the defensive calls, which has been insane. Finally brought in a defensive coordinator and still calls the place himself stupid. J.C. Jackson, healthy scratch. Miami, Titans. Miami's a good team. And Miami is a 2.5-point dog at Buffalo this week. So no respect. We'll see. I mean, I thought tonight that the Lions would score 70 points is not going to happen. And he sent me basically Padres order the playoffs. Padres have to go 4-0, so they have to win their last 3 games. Cubs have to go 0-5 to end the season, and they actually have been they lost 5 straight. Marlins have to go 1-5, and the Reds have to go 0-4 for them to make the playoffs. I mean, and what are they, 11-2 their last 13? And I was checking out today, the Mets are playing the Marlins. I'm trying to see, of course, it doesn't work. Marlins are up 2-1 in a rain delay, and it's not going to stop raining, so I don't think that's going to happen. Devils beat the Rangers in preseason. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees 6-0. And tomorrow, Game 3, Liberty Suns, and Asia Wilson for the Aces is the first WNBA player to have 3 30-point games in a postseason, and she's done it 3 games in a row. She's pissed off she didn't get the MVP where Breanna Stewart got it. And all I keep talking about is how much these women, it's rough. These women play, and they play rough, and it's serious stuff. I talked to Josh. I want to get the company together at a house. I was talking to Aaron, get Anthony, Kev, Josh, Aaron, and get them all together, and let's talk sports. Let's talk about the company, the creation of the company, the shows they watch, and just let's talk about what they want to talk about. And I said that would be a great idea, and Josh was receptive to it. I said that's a good idea. I love that. I love that. Jason always sends me stuff. Did you see last night in the Braves game? They called a foul ball. They called a pass ball. It hit the Braves freaking bat. How did they let that happen? How did they let that happen? And Damian Lillard is going to the Bucks, and they're saying the Bucks now are one of the favorites to win with Giannis and Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is not a young guy. I mean, they both average 30 points a game, but Lillard missed a lot of games last season. So I'm not sure. Drew Holiday is an older player, but that was a glue guy for the team. Now he's gone. Portland got him in the trade, and they said that they're not going to keep him. So then they said the Knicks and the Pacers could be front runners for him. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's enough to get them to win. They're already selling Damian Lillard jerseys, which I think I'm cool with that. I mean, not cool with that. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. And Tyler Hero, a Milwaukee native, says he has to get a Lillard signed jersey, I guess, which shouldn't be a problem. And now that Jimmy Butler thinks there was tampering done, yeah, all right. Josh has joined us. There we go. And he thinks there's tampering, I don't know how he ended up with Milwaukee, but I guess Milwaukee gave a better deal than Miami gave. And Miami is now like, what the fuck happened this offseason? We thought we're getting him, we're not. And now Milwaukee gets him. I feel that he's a good player, very good player. Yes, very good player, Damian Lillard. But I also feel he's older. How old is Lillard now? Lillard is not a young man. He is not a young man at all. And I know he puts up amazing numbers, and he's been there forever. Damian Lillard age is 33, and he will be 33, and he'll be 34 next. Okay, so 33 this season. Not young. Not a young man anymore. We'll see what happens on that front, but time will tell. I was talking about, Michigan's coming out this weekend, and she wants to leave Saturday night because Taylor Swift is coming again to MetLife. She's coming to MetLife again. And I'm like, Swifties, they go crazy. The Swifties go crazy. And she feels we should not even be in the vicinity of MetLife. And what I've read from Rich Samini is that there is tension and friction in the locker room. And Robert Saleh even said, well, he's got to do better. No shit. You really think he's got to do a lot better. And if he's another shitty game, which he will, because Zach Wilson is not an NFL quarterback. The game goes by him too fast. I don't care what they say about practice. Practice is practice. The real game, real speed. He's not NFL. He's not NFL ready. He's still not NFL ready. Michigan has joined the house. They're playing Saturday 3:30 against Nebraska. But I totally agree. They talk about Ryan Tannehill in a trade. He's in last year of his contract. They're not playing well. Maybe they want to let him go. But then who starts instead of him? I mean, the kid out of Liberty. And I haven't heard that Levis has played well in they're not that he's a little slow. It might be a little time for him. So if they get rid of him, do they give up on Tannehill and do they go all in on Malik Willis or Will Levis? And he is an upgrade. He is an upgrade on Zach Wilson for the Jets. And I feel like they lose this game. That they go to Denver, they got the Eagles, then they got the Giants. I mean, I feel like you're just pissing this season away. And then Robert Saleh, what the fuck? I mean, come on, dude. Really? Yeah, of course there is. Zach Wilson is our quarterback. Yeah. You take Ryan, but I don't think Cousins is. I hear you. I hear you, Josh, but I mean, I would prefer Cousins also, but yeah, I just feel like sometimes, a guy gets a change of scenery and he just takes off. So that could happen. I mean, I'd like to see it happen, but I think Sunday could be ugly. And if he is a shitty game and he's not generating offense, you're going to see Garrett Wilson getting pissed off. You're going to see Brees Hall getting pissed off. And I feel Dalvin Cook is going to drop. I think give Michael Carter carries. And can we finally put in what's it? Jeremy Ruck, the tight end for the Jets. What's it? Ruckert? Jeremy Ruckert? Is that his name? I want to make sure I get that right. Jeremy Ruckert. Yeah, I'm trying to. The kid. What's he out of the dump? Jeremy Ruckert played at the dump. That's a guy who they keep saying they got to get into games. So are we going to make it happen already? And Saleh, come on, let's. This is it. I thought last week was it. He didn't show you shit this week. Last week, you should have beat the Pats. Now you're playing the Chiefs. Sunday Night Football. Fans going to be there, and I just think he's going to have a shitty game again. I could see that game getting ugly fast. You see Jordan Love tonight with the tip balls and everything. Ugly first half, running for his life. He had, Hutchinson had him for a safety, and he threw his a la Drake May left hand to get the ball away. And that game is ugly already. So we're going to see it's 27-11. And I got my fantasy, and I'm like, you know what? I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I have Jared Goff. And I was thinking about playing CJ Stroud this week. I was like, maybe I should play CJ Stroud. He's coming off a good week. And right now, I am not having a good game. Yeah, Goff under 10 points. I mean, listen, but Amon-Ra St. Brown, listen, my tight end, I need more points. Josh was saying he has Gibbs, and they're giving all the balls to his the kid, the other running back. And I was like, dude, I feel for you. The kid, the running back, Montgomery from former Bear. So we'll see what happens. Ryan Tannehill, we'll see. Saleh says that he has to. You think he has to play better? You think he has to play better? No shit, buddy. Yeah. And Gay, the linebacker, was talking about basically saying watching tape. Yeah, watching tape of what do you have to watch of Zach Wilson? He hands off the ball. They basically said, yeah, he hands off the ball. What come on, man. Zach Wilson. Bumble sent me something today of him like hanging out, with old ladies. Like Rogers comes in, it's a cartoon. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, he goes, "You're hanging out with the blue hairs too much. You should be focusing on football." And he's like laughing about it. But he's more concerned about his goddamn headband, Zach Wilson, than playing goddamn football. I mean, come on. Joe Burrow, one snap from under center in 3 weeks. He actually reached out to Rogers about the calf thing. So we'll see how that works. I guess they're going to take it easy with him. Jimmy G cleared to start versus the Chargers. And, Jason said to me, well, I said, you want him to play because he's an interception machine and, you'll have some good games going there. Derek Carr, shoulder, not expected to play against the Bucs. So Winston will make his first start. Alvin Kamara getting his first start. I hope he gets a lot of touches. Bryce Young on track to start for the Vikings. So Andy Dalton last week threw for 361. In 2 weeks, first 2 weeks, Bryce Young threw for a total of 299. I dropped him. I said, no. And Anthony Richardson practice supposed to play against the Rams. So all these guys, Waddle too for the Dolphins. He's supposed to play. Rams hopefully have Cooper Kupp next week when they host the Eagles, which they'll need them. I mean, Eagles look damn good. Yeah, and the No Fun League. So AJ Brown had on neon green cleats, and he either can only wear black and white. So during the game, he had to take them off. Probably got a fine. They have the uniform police watching everything. The No Fun League. And did I see the USFL is being called the Spring Football League? Is that right? And I thought the Not for Long Spring League, but the Spring Football League or something like that. And I was like, because Teddy was talking to me about that, and I was like, really? That's the name you're going with? Is the Spring? Yeah, has merged the National Spring Football League. That's what you came up with, the National Spring Football League? I mean, that sucks. I got to be honest with you. That really sucks. All right, man. Giovanni, thanks, man. Giovanni, you want to talk again? We'll have you on. I know you want to talk again. You have a lot of stories, a lot of Hollywood stories. Love to have you on. Let's make it happen in the future. Please, please, please. And if you haven't listened, I got some great stuff where I was with at the Olympia Gym in Verona, New Jersey reunion last week at a bar in Verona and interviewed a lot of guys. I highly recommend it. Gumbo Chef, who we trained yesterday, was loved it, loved the 3 parts, so I recommend it highly. There's a lot of good stuff right there, and yeah, listen to it, please, please. Mel Tucker fired with cause, and they said should it cost future black coaches? And I said it hasn't cost white coaches, so if it doesn't affect, but it should affect them because it hasn't. Petrino, there's a lot of coaches having flings and stuff on the side and doing dumb shit, drunk driving, all that kind of shit. So why not? Why? I think it should. I think it shouldn't affect anybody. Guys do dumb shit when they're coaches, and I don't need to see the reason why. I mean, dude, watch some porn. That's all I got to say. What are you doing there, dude? Think, think. And you know what, Ronald Acuna, congrats, the 40-70 season, picking up the base, putting over your head, a la Ricky Henderson. Eh, I mean, I guess, great 40-70 season, but they had all the bigger bases and the pitch clock and all that stuff. So all the numbers going up this year. I'm not trying to downplay that is a phenomenal season. But it'll be nice because the Braves will go out in the first or second round of the playoffs, as they always do. 15 years, all those years with Bobby Cox, they won 1 championship. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a new, but I am not rooting for them. I'm not rooting for the Astros. I want to see the Orioles go for a run. I don't think they will, but I'd like to see it. Maybe they will. It depends who gets hot, and I guess we're going to see what happens going forward. Yeah, Josh, yeah, National Spring Football League sucks. And Miguel Cabrera home run and final homestand, 255, 4 home runs, 32 RBIs. Did he tie Melot? I saw that he passed or tied Melot. I had that he tied or yeah, Melot. I saw something there and I was like, what did I see? I saw it. Yeah, where did I see it? I don't think I have it. Yeah, I had it somewhere with Melot that he tied him. I forget if it was a tie. No, that's not it. Yeah, let me see. Oh, yes, he 511th tie with Melot for 25th on the all-time list. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Lillard's jersey. Now, there is a crazy goddamn show on Naked Attraction on Max, where the first episode, so basically the show is woman was on, and all she sees are naked guys from the neck down. So all you see are dongs. So I put it on for my mom. I'm like, Ma, she's like, that's a lot of penises to look at. And it was, I was talking to Hallie, goes, too many dicks, which I agree. I just think it's, and then she comes out naked at the end when it's down to like 2 guys. And I just think it's naked I don't need to see. Like the Seinfeld episode, there's good and bad naked. It's all bad naked. And I just was like, and they said it's the hottest thing. I was like, I can't watch this show. I can't. And I mean, it wasn't this girl was, it was all right. I mean, it's a British show, but I don't think I get naked to go. I don't think I'm that desperate to go on a date that I got to get naked before the date. Not even close. But that was that's a rough show to watch. I sent it to Hal. He watched it. Michigan was like, "You watch it with your mother?" I said, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." For like 10 minutes, she felt it was very degrading to the people, to the men, because you're judging them by their bodies and they're like women, if they have small breasts, whatever, and the guys, by their body type, and if they, small. And then she was talking about, well, what I like better is it girth or length, and I'm like, okay, this is what. And I was like, okay, I don't care. Yeah, I'm done here. Yes. So you don't want to see the Baltimore Orioles win, dude, man. I'll tell you. I hope it burns a fire under the Yankees' ass. That's what I want. That's why I want the Orioles to go far. I want the AL East teams and somebody to win and show the Yankees what they need to do for next season, which is a lot of work. A lot of work. Yeah, Judge, I talked about him. They're 81-78. One more win, and they'll all right. Good season, right? You talked about Senga. WNBA expansion, Bay Area with help from Golden State will play. This is not guaranteed, but it could be. They haven't had an expansion team since Atlanta Dream in 2008, and they need more teams, man. There's so many women that could be on teams that got were cut this year because they didn't. You're talking about 12 teams, 12 players. It's 144 players. There's more players out there that deserve a shot to play in the WNBA. A lot more, a lot more. And I just was like, damn, yeah. And did you hear about? So Kurt Schilling has a podcast, and he came out, which I'm like, dude, is that was it his call to make? But he tells everybody that Tim Wakefield has brain cancer, that's according to him on his podcast, the Kurt Schilling Baseball Show. Was it his place to call? Yeah, those numbers are brutal. I agree. And basically, he's sick, and he goes, I don't want to, like I'm just praying for them, and maybe he shouldn't have come out and said it. And the Red Sox came out, were aware of the statements about the health of Tim and Stacey Wakefield. Unfortunately, the information has been shared publicly without their permission. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not your place to be telling people about, he has brain cancer, his wife has pancreatic cancer. If that's allegedly what I'm reading, and if that's the case, I don't think it's his place for him to put it out there, even if he was an ex-teammate. But Kurt Schilling does what Kurt Schilling did. I said, maybe he was doing that out of love, which he might have been, but I feel like it wasn't his place to say it. Yeah, I kind of feel like, maybe case shut your mouth, shut the fuck up, and don't say anything. Yeah, they said the Packers offensive line leads the NFL this season with a pass blocking efficiency of 93.9. And I would say right now it's not. So it's still 27. It was 27-3 at the half. And we got, so they have the ball back. Goff. Yeah, I need more points from the Lions. I need more plays. So Goff a $1.65. I don't think those numbers are going to go any more up, and that's not good for me because I need more points going into the weekend. I need more points, and it looks like Goff's under 10 points. Yeah, I think we're going to go in a different direction next week. That's what I know I am, but I was like, I was afraid to change, and now I burns my ass. Yeah, so what am I going to do? Total yards of the first half, the Lions had 284, Packers at 20. I think it was 184-1 at the end of the first quarter. And Orioles' 10th AL East title. Congrats to them. Orioles win. Entering tonight, Lions tight end Sam Laporta, Iowa, 186 receiving yards, most among tight ends. And he's having a good day today. Yeah, I think we're going to see what happens. So they clinch. No, I'm sorry, 194-1 in the first quarter. That's the second biggest yardage deficit in the first quarter since at least 1991. Titans minus 205 on November 13th, 2016. That's the biggest yardage lead in first quarter in that span since they were plus 144 against Washington in 2013. How about this? The Saints have gone 9 straight games without scoring or allowing more than 21 points. The only longer streak since World War II was 12 games by the Falcons in 77. Had a great defense. That's crazy. We have the pink out, Carolina Duke in. That's going to be on. I'm trying to find the date on here. Wednesday, October 4th, 8:30 p.m. at the Orange County Sportsplex. Last night, I went to see Bill's son, who plays for the Stockton University soccer team, who they're playing Montclair State. I couldn't find the goddamn stadium. I found the stadium, and I found out that Montclair State is fourth in the country in Division III soccer. And they were down 3-0 at the half. I missed the first 60 minutes. And, of course, I get there, and Thomas got yanked for a bad play, which I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But from what I watched afterwards, he couldn't have played. He was a starter, had played every minute of every game, and then allegedly made one bad play, and they yanked him. And Bill showed me a play in the first half where a Montclair State player pushed down a defender for Stockton, and then they scored a goal on that. And the second half was really chippy. A lot of bad calls. There was a penalty kick called in the first half, which I thought he got all ball for Stockton. They kicked the penalty kick. And it was just a chippy second half. Refs sucked. And Thomas got in the last 6 minutes at playing forward. And, his Bill was there, his wife, his other son was at the game. It sucks. You come to watch your kid play, and he gets benched, and then they put him in at garbage time at the end. Like, what's the point? And, I really was not happy. I really was coming to watch him play because I knew he was playing, and it was I came out from the city, and I wanted to see him play, and that shit happened. And they came in 4-0-2, same way they started last season, and they had no offensive scheme. Stockton, none. They were just playing. I mean, they weren't. Montclair State was just hustling, playing great D, setting up on offense. I didn't see one good shot on goal, one good offensive chance from Stockton in the last I saw the last was it 45 minute halves. I didn't see anything the end of and nothing in the second half. Nothing. They were playing nothing. I mean, it's not a good game. And I know they're playing the number 14, but a lot of work for Stockton. A lot of work for Stockton. And I got the quarterback for SUNY Morrisville, and I said, dude, I butchered your last name. And I know I would love him on the show, but I know he's, got games coming up and everything, and I don't want to bother him. And, I'm like, but I said, dude, you got to give me the pronunciation of your last. So Steve Ferrerix. So Steve, I apologize that I messed up your name, and I apologize. And they are playing. SUNY Morrisville is playing this weekend. I think they're playing right. They're playing Saturday. They're 2-2. They won at Moravian last week. Trying to see their schedule right here, right now. Let's see. And I love that it takes forever for it to pop up. He was NFF William F. Campbell Trophy semifinalist. Ferrerix. Let me see. What is this? Something for the William by the National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame. Once of a record-setting 201 semifinalists selections announced Wednesday, September 27th. 48 total semifinalists from Division III. He's a 7-time honoree for the Empire 8 as a President's List selection, achieving a 3.75 grade point average or better GPA, semester GPA. He's a member of Phi Theta Kappa and Chi Alpha Sigma National Honor Society. 2-time captain senior on the Mustangs and a third-team all-conference honoree for the Empire 8, leading the squad to a postseason bid a year ago. He's involved in campus and community activities, Be the Match program for the Mustangs campus, community cleanup and food drive projects, as well as youth programming through an elementary recess connection program with the local school district. Nice going. Wow, that's pretty awesome, dude. You know what? I'm impressed. Good for you, dude. They're playing SUNY Cortland on September. Oof, that's going to be a tough game. Okay, so they beat Kane, they beat Moravian, and they're going to go. I don't know. They're 2-2. And SUNY Cortland, I want to see the stand. Do they have the standings here? I'm trying to so that they haven't played a conference game yet. I guess this is their first conference game. Oh crap! I thought Hopewell was a conference game. Oh yeah, that's an okay. So this is an Empire 8 game. SUNY Cortland is what's their record this year? I'm trying to find their football calendar. So they're playing. They're 2-1, 0-0 in the Empire 8. Okay, so we're going to see what happens. They're playing in Morrisville. That's going to be a tough game for them. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So wow. Well, yeah. So thank you for giving me the correct pronunciation of your name. I was like, damn, I got that right finally. Whew. Bucks. I talked about this. Giannis and Lillard will become the second teammates in NBA history to play together after each tallying 30 points per game in the prior season. The other were Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, 61-62 Lakers, and also 62-63. And reportedly, they offered Giannis 3 years, $186.6 million before trading for Dame. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see what happens. They got Lillard. Aiden went to the Blazers. Drew Holiday is going to get rid of. They got the Milwaukee's 2021 first-round pick. First-round pick swapped with Milwaukee in 28 and 30. The Suns got Grayson Allen, former Dookie, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, I talked about, is on a 4-year, $28 million deal. Might be good for the Suns. And Yusuf Nurkic. I guess we're going to see. Lillard, after 11 years, he's now going to play drafted in 2012. Missed the playoffs last 2 years. Yeah, he did a lot for the team. Hey, he had a hell of a career. He has averaged 32 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds in an 11-year career with 7 All-Star nods. He's like 15 games with 50 plus points, 5 with 60 plus, and he's one of just 8 players to score 70 plus in a game. Yeah, and Giannis is in year three of 5 year, 228 million. He's 20 years old. He can opt out after year 4. I guess he's stay now if he's got, I guess we're going to see. So they're under contract through 2024-25. They both could walk in 2025. Yeah, it's going to be older. So you got Middleton, Brook Lopez, Connaughton, Bobby Portis. They'll need depth. We'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. We will see what happens. But this is the time. And only Curry and Harden have more 3-pointers than Lillard. 37-3. It isn't elite, but he's consistent. He does make the tough shots. And they became favorites to win the title. We'll see. That means nothing right now, but we'll see what happens. And Barry Jackson brought up a good point. He said, Holiday, a top defender. He'll seek a big contract next July. He's 33, averaging 19 a game last season. Lowry averaged 19 for Toronto at age 33. There's no fountain of youth for many point guards. Food for thought. We'll see what happens. They might go after Cameron Payne. Played 48 games. For the Bucks, they might reach out to him. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists last year for the Suns. We'll see what happens there, right? We shall see. Time will tell. Yes. Yeah, Asia Wilson did get snubbed. And Inter Miami didn't have Messi. They lost to Houston Dynamo in the U.S. Open Cup final. Great. 2-1 they lost. No Messi and no Jordi Alba. Messi's dealing with fatigue. Yeah, I feel like those kind of games, you kind of need them. And Inter Miami's 5 points out of a playoff spot. They play against New York City Football Club on Saturday, 5 games left to play, which means they're not making the MLS playoffs. That's what I'm getting from that. That's what I get. That's what I'm thinking. Players of the month. Oh, how about this? Through 3 weeks, NFL games on CBS, 18.69 million. Best September in 13 years. Tua, they had the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Tua, 3-0 record. They're averaging, I think they lead the league over 500 yards of offense a game. I saw that today on Twitter. 3-0, highest point total, 130 of any team by an almost 40-point margin. He has a 121.9 passer rating, 1,024 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 71% completion. Yeah, he's awesome. McCaffrey was the NFC Offensive Player. He leads all backs in scrimmage yards with 423, 353 rushing, 5.9 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns on the ground. He's 11 catches for 70 yards too. And TJ Watt, 5.5 sacks last year. Already surpassed that through 3 games. He got the AFC Defensive Player of the Month. This is for the month. He leads the NFL with 6 sacks. He's on pace to surpass his record-tying 22.5 in 2021. 11 tackles, 5 for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 return for a touchdown week 2 against the Browns. Micah Parsons is the NFC 12 tackles, 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 8 quarterback hits. He's awesome. Tyler Bass got the special teams AFC Player of the Month. 7 for 7 on field goals. Both of his kicks from 50 plus, 2 for 10 for extra points. 31 points responsible for. I saw that Moody had the most points going into this past week in the NFL, the rookie kicker for Michigan. And punting, Bucks Jake Carmada was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Average a league leading 54.9 at 14 kicks. He pinned the opponent inside the 20. 7 of those punts. He had a 74-yarder for the longest punt this season. He's having a season, folks. He is having a season. Green Bay down only 10 now. What? Come on, dude. What is going on? God damn it. They were up 27-3 and they're stinking it up. You know what, though? Jordan Love came to play. Let me see what Jordan Love's doing today. 27-17. Yeah, Jordan Love playing better. Dobbs is having, I need more offense. Jesus Christ. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to get some offense going. Okay. All right. Now they're driving. I got to see. All right. God damn, I need more offense. I need a touchdown here. I need another touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown and then I will be very happy. Need a touchdown. Get it done, guys. Get it done. Thanks, Josh, for the update. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. Can I talk about the Jets? Oh, yeah. Dan Orlovsky, there's more that can be done for this young man. We need to make this easier. How much easier do you have to make it for Zach Wilson? Make it easier? He's an NFL quarterback. How much easier do you have to goddamn make it? Bullshit. Easier. My ass. Yeah. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. Samini says that he's a Zach apologist, Salah, of 13 points of the game on Sunday, and they're hearing about the busted coverage on the TD. Yeah. 13 points. You're supposed to win games. I agree. One busted coverage. Okay. You gave up 13 points, and you're supposed to win those games because you're hoping your offense can get 2 goddamn touchdowns, which they didn't. Yeah, there's a lot of tension. And it's going to get a lot worse if, in 2 games, they scored 20 points in 2 games, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, not going to happen. Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, they suck. Yeah, Willie Gay says the linebacker for the Chiefs says a team that wants to run the ball. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. And Kaepernick sent a letter. Well, J. Cole, the rapper, said, can I send it out? He said he would take a practice squad job. He's 36 years old. He hasn't played in the NFL since, Jesus, when was the last time he played? Yeah. He hasn't played since the 2016 season. They said he's working all the time. Why not the CFL? Why not the National Spring Football League? Why have you not even tried out for somewhere? I mean, something. I mean, no team's taking you. If you want to play that bad, I would think, why wouldn't you play in the CFL? I mean, guys go over there and try to resurrect their career. Flutie did. And, after playing the USFL and everything, came back and played the NFL. Why, you have Jim Kelly's nephew is playing over in the CFL. Warren Moon to go over there to make it. Why? Why can't you go over there and show people you can play? I don't understand. So he'll take a practice squad. Jason, we talked about your Padres. We talked about your Chargers. I wanted to have you on. You think Staley's not your man. Listen, I know you're saying the defense isn't good. But hey, still a lot of football, only 3 games in. I think Brandon Staley is not the guy to take you to the promised land. He's not that guy. Now you have a shitty owner. Let's be honest. Shitty owner. And you got a great quarterback, and I'm hoping things can turn around, but we will see what happens. We will see. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. But Kaepernick, yeah, I'm not ready to find something else to do on my Sundays, and I still love it. But you are. You haven't played since 2016, so you obviously have had a lot of time to do other things. And Kaepernick wasn't that great at the end of his career. If it was, they would be, saying, hey, come back. NFL's all about taking guys that still have talent, but you're not that guy. And I appreciate it that I appreciate that you want to keep playing, but yeah. And I saw Bakhtiari is out at least 4 games, could miss the season for the Packers. That's not good. And did they score? That's what I want. Did they score? These field goals do not win games. I need touchdowns. And yeah. They got it. They better got a touchdown. They still have the ball. Field goal. Field goals don't win games, guys. Field goals don't win games. I need touchdowns. Ugh. Sucks. It's 30-17. All right, we'll see how that goes. Dolphins. Yeah, rookie Devon Achane won AFC Offensive Player of the Week. 233 scrimmage yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving. First Dolphins running back to win the award since Jay Ajayi in 2016. First Dolphins rookie since Olivier Vernon in 2012. And Tyreek Hill says after he's done playing that he's thinking about going into porn, which I don't know if he was joking. He was on a Twitch thing, but more power to you. If that's what you want to do, porn, Tyreek, you go for it. If porn's where you want to go, I say go for it. Make it happen. Because that's a thing. Let me tell you, there's a difference between having sex and having sex with cameras on you. That's what they said. Everybody said they could do porn, but when the cameras are on, that's when you get a little performance anxiety. And, that's a thing. That's why you see the same guys they say in porn all the time, because these are the guys that can work in front of cameras and they can, get the job done. And that a lot of people think they can do it, but when the camera's lights and everything, that, you go Mr. Softy, if I can put it lightly or put it more succinct, more bluntly. And JT Jonathan Taylor wants out of Indy. They want to give him a long-term deal, which I don't get. Michael Pittman, the only player with 8+ catches in each game this season, 25, 230, receiving and a touchdown. Matt Eberflus, that's the plan for him to continue to call defensive plays for the remainder of the season. I mean, hey, what the hell? Because you're looking at 41 last week, and it's working, which means Eberflus is probably gone at the end of the season. Just like Staley calling his own plays and McCarthy calling his own plays with Dallas on the offensive, even though Schottenheimer's the offensive coordinator. I feel that, these guys think they can do everything, and shit's not going right. And, Denver, now they're saying that Russ and his head coach are doing fine, but the defense, well, come on, he gave 70 points. The defense isn't that good. And, hey, he took the job he wanted, Broncos coach, took the job he wanted. And you give him 70 points last week. And this week you get, who the Broncos play this week? Broncos play, how you doing there? Doctor. They're playing the Bears. I mean, and we're going to see what happens with Sean Payton this week. But, a lot of shit happening out there. Yeah. And Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator for the Bears, says Justin Fields doing a really nice job taking leadership role despite a lot of shit going on. I don't know the leadership role. You get blown out last week. You're 0-3. You're not playing well. And now you got the Broncos who gave up 70 last week. So one gave up 70, one gave 41. Something's got to give either way. Something's got to give, right? I mean, we'll see. Titans, Pete Skoronski ruptured his appendix earlier this month. That's crazy. Taken to hospital September 16th. It ruptured. He has not played. I think he hasn't played. We'll see if he can come back. Played only one game, not likely to be available against the Bengals on Sunday. Hassan Askins, his charges were dismissed. Aggravated assault by strangulation charges against him dismissed. Was arrested in June after a pair of violent arguments with his girlfriend, Micaiah Green. Just like 4th round, 2022, out of Michigan, played just 17% of their offensive snaps. They brought in Spears, the rookie out of Tulane. So that I was like, geez, Louise, man. Yeah. And Saints signed Jake Luton to a 53-man roster off the Carolina's practice squad, where Luton played for Oregon. I think he played for Oregon State. Luton, NFL. Jake Luton played for 6th round 2020. Played for Oregon. Yes, I knew he played Oregon State. Yes. Deion Jackson added to the Browns. I saw that Ford is hurt, shoulder, but he's probably going to play. I saw that Kareem Hunt is dealing with an injury, but he's going to play. So they brought in Deion Jackson, undrafted 2021 by the Colts. Last year, 445, 2 touchdowns. I guess we'll see what he does this season. And how about this? Jake Dobbs. So he went to the team store over the weekend, shared on social media that they did not have a jersey with his name on it. He could get one that he walked with a machine that allows fans to order jerseys. You can get a jersey of a current player on the team roster, and make a jersey with a customized name, which costs more money. I was talking to one of my friends, Cowboy fan. He got a game jersey for the Cowboys. I'm like, what, 200? $360 for a football jersey. Now I know it's the game jersey. He spent $720 on 2 jerseys. I was like, wow. I was telling Hal about that. So Hal, we were talking about Texas. The national championship game this year is at Houston. At Houston State. I think is it NRG? Is that the name? I think it's the name of the stadium Texans play at. And he entered a lottery where he can get game tickets at face value. Now it goes up in prices. But think about if Texas makes the championship game in college football, which is a good chance. It could happen. I mean, they got to get by Kansas, they got to get by Oklahoma, and then they got, the rest of the Big 12 is not as strong. I mean, there's some good teams, but they get by the next 2 weeks. They got a shot to go play for the championship. Now it goes to Houston. Tickets are going to go for like 10,000 at least a ticket for fans who want to go. And he had said he is never going to miss. 2005, he didn't have the money when they went to the national championship game against Bama. He said he is never, what was that, 2005? Yeah, 2005, he didn't have the money. He said he's never missing one again when they played against another Montgomery touchdown. Did I miss it? Oh, okay. So yeah, no Gibbs, huh? Sorry, Josh. And I was just like, it's crazy, the money, and imagine they play in their home state, Texas. I said, holy shit, that's a lot of money. But yeah, so Dobbs, hat trick from Montgomery, hat trick, which doesn't bode well. That means that they're not passing the ball. So what's it, 34? So they came back and now it's over, right? I would think it's over now. And I just noticed my phone is going to die, which is not good. No, it's not good at all. So Montgomery, no more passes. Yeah, this isn't good for you. All right, whatever. I can't do anything on that front. So so imagine that goes to the store. So now they've fixed the problem that his jersey is available for Dobbs, which is and Will Greer, lost. Patriots signed Will Greer off the Bengals practice squad, and they have Zeke. So will they give an advantage against the Cowboys? Will they have to do different signs? We'll see if that leads to anything. But time will tell. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Defense has to be better. So listen to this. Since Taylor Swift showed up to Sunday's Chiefs-Bears game, 400% spike in Travis Kelce jersey sales. Kelsey's podcast ranks number one overall on Apple. I think they had 2,500,000 views and 2 million. I forget what they say. Wait, I said I got it. 2 million views and 500,000 likes. I said I need Taylor Swift on one of mine. His podcast ranked number one overall on Apple. 383,000 Instagram followers, 24.3 million viewers watch number one game this week, 63% jump in female viewers age 18 to 49, 3 times the increase in Chiefs searches on web, 3 times the increase in Chiefs sales on StubHub. Chiefs sold more tickets in a single day since start of season. Crazy, right? And Magdo Russo, because he has to say something. He said that, that he should be, it's distracting him from the act of football. Is this lasting? I don't think so. I think Kelce, but I know he's older. What's he, 33? But you know what? Hey, man, he said he wants to go to Hollywood after this. So maybe they'll win another championship and I'll go movie route. It'll become Brian Bosworth and The Rock. He was good on Saturday Night Live. He's really funny. I gotta give him credit. And, they said if Devontae Adams said that if Garoppolo can't play, he thought Aiden O'Connell, the rookie at Purdue, has been opening eyes at practice. I don't disagree on that front. We'll see what happens. And the National Football League responded to a report that its ads appeared on white nationalist X formerly known as Twitter accounts. The NFL didn't indicate any plans to pull ads from the platform, but did say it reached out to X to rectify the issue. Watchdog groups have criticized Elon Musk's X for failing to monitor and remove hate speech. And I thought this was interesting, that one of his ex-CEO, Linda Yaccarino, reportedly struggled to answer key questions regarding company matters, including hate speech and anti-Semitism, at Vox Media 2023 Code Conference on Wednesday. She said everyone deserves to speak their opinion. Yeah, I know we lived, land of the free and all that stuff, but I feel, there's some stuff that just, no, I don't agree on that front. Yeah. And Ohio State's last second win over Notre Dame attracted 10.60 total viewers. Colorado's got 10.03. The Notre Dame Ohio State game was NBC's largest regular season college football audience in 30 years. Yeah, crazy. In Iowa State, the Iowa Park Producers Association has signed 4, I guess those from Bumbles, 4 Iowa State football players to NIL deals. Defensive back Miles Purchase, tight end Tyler Moore, defensive lineman Tommy Hammond, and linebacker Caleb Bacon. Purchase Moore, Hammond, Bacon. That's pretty funny, right? Purchase Moore, Hammond, Bacon. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I thought that was really good. And Lou Holtz on Dan Dakich's don't me show. Don't hashtag me on Outkick Tuesday. He doesn't want to talk about. He talked about Ryan Day. He doesn't want to talk about Michigan. 0-2. Yeah, he said he's 1-2 against the rival Wolverines. He complimented him, but says he doesn't believe this year's Buckeyes are a great team. He said he's a great coach. He's done a tremendous job. He's a great offensive mind. Ohio State's a good team. I don't think they're a great team. He can go after me all he wants. I honestly felt that Notre Dame was better and more physical, and I'm sorry that Coach Day was offended by it. I hope he goes on as a wonderful year. I don't think they'll be a great team. I really don't. He said he probably shouldn't have said what he said about Day in Ohio State. He put unnecessary pressure on Notre Dame and gave the Buckeyes more motivation. Yeah, and I agree. I don't think they're that good a team this year, as good as in the past. But I think there's a lot of parity this year, and I don't feel there's a great team, which is good for all the teams because everybody's got a shot, and that's what you want in a college football in a season. You kind of want. I don't want a super team sometimes. I want to see my team as a shot. Maybe they'll do something this year. Yeah, and Colorado AD Rick George has asked the Buffs faithful not to rush the field while they're 21-point underdogs, but slow your roll, and we'll see. And Travis Hunter, got knocked out, got a lacerated kidney from Colorado State safety Henry Blackburn. They're hanging out now. They actually they bowled together on Wednesday, and it was going to be on Hunter's YouTube channel, and they were going to donate the money they made toward their from their bowling game, and the winner was going to pick a charity to receive the proceeds. So these are two guys that everybody, Blackburn was getting death threats, and Travis Hunter was like, you know what, I'm going to talk to this guy, and they've developed a friendship, a kinship, and they're hanging out, they're bowling and stuff, and that's the thing. All the noise from the outside, it doesn't matter. These two guys, they're better than that. They're like, hey, we're not going to let it affect us and everything. I like that. I thought that was really cool. And Shiloh Sanders, son of Dion, and Brendan Rice, son of Jerry Rice, are going to match up this Saturday. 25 years since Dion and Jerry, their last true head-to-head. Shiloh Sanders currently leads the Pac-12 in solo tackles and hasn't allowed a single TD. Rice leads USC in receiving TDs with 5, second on the team with receiving yards of 257. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I really like that the two of them are hanging out. I saw that. I was like, it's a classy move. That's a move on both part, like, hey. And they said guys are going to be at the game. Jay-Z, McConaughey, LeBron James, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Bronny James. I can't stand DJ Khaled. I cannot stand that guy. And Will Ferrell. Thank you, Blue Blood Bias. So you got Notre Dame at Duke. Game day is going to be there. And they showed that Kirk Herbstreit is going to, so he's going today. He's flying. Oh my God, he's doing he's got to go to ESPN tomorrow for meetings. Then he's going to see his son play football on Friday. Then Saturday, he's going to Duke to call the game. And today he's in Green Bay, and they showed all that's flying. Listen, it's a dream job. Let's be honest. It's a dream job. And we got Notre Dame at Duke. Duke undefeated, 4-0. Notre Dame 11 at number 17. I mean, we're going to see what they have. I mean, Notre Dame's a 5.5-point favorite. LSU at Ole Miss. Ole Miss lost to the Magnolia Bowl. And LSU 3-1. Ole Miss did not look good against Alabama. LSU's a 2.5-point favorite. USC, yeah, I mean, I think they should beat them, but we'll see what happens. Utah at Oregon State. I'm going to take Oregon State to pull it out. Utah's +3. Louisville and NC State Friday. Penn State is at Northwestern, who sucks. Florida, Kentucky. Kentucky's undefeated, but we'll see if Florida. And Florida did beat Tennessee, which is not a good. Texas A&M at Arkansas. Clemson at Syracuse. Syracuse, let's knock them off again. Kansas at Texas. I remember, and Hal was talking about that. He goes, remember 2 years ago when Kansas won first time in forever at Texas? I go, yeah, I was at the game with you, dude. In overtime. Yes. I said, your team sucks. Now I'm rooting for. Now I'm like, you got a good team this year. Oregon's at Stanford. Iowa State at Oklahoma. South Carolina at Tennessee. Michigan State. Iowa sucks. Michigan State sucks. Alabama at Mississippi State. And Washington at Arizona. So I guess Penix Jr. will put up, 45 again in the first half. And Connor Weigman, Texas A&M starting quarterback, missed the rest of the season with a lower leg injury, suffered in the second quarter of their win over Auburn 27-10, lit the locker room, 4 games, 90-79 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, made only his ninth start against Auburn after finishing the 2022 season as a starter. Won the offseason competition. He was a rising star, was playing well as the number 2 quarterback in the 2022 recruiting class. So Max Johnson, who finished the Auburn game with a strong second half to secure the win, be the starter moving forward. He started 12 games at LSU 2021 before transferring to A&M, 17 career starts, including 3 last year for A&M. 3rd season in a row that A&M has lost their starting quarterback. 2021, Haynes King started the first 2 games, missed the final 10 with a lower leg injury. Last year, Johnson started the first 3 games, missed the last 7 with a hand injury. And now you have Weigman, who is out with a lower leg injury. So that's kind of crazy, but could happen to a better team. I'm not a big Jimbo Fisher fan, and I feel like they're overrated. And every year you're going to hear, the recruiting class, and then they don't do shit. So, hey, best of luck. Fuck the Yankees. And the 12-team playoff, they're thinking about going to a 5-7 model. So five teams get automatic bids and then 7 at-large bids. They're not going to do an expansion right now. I mean, let's just get to the 12 team and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. And October's very own His clothing is doing collabs with some of the most popular colleges: Texas, Kentucky, Memphis, North Carolina, and Alabama. Yeah, great for that. Now this I saw. I had to talk about this because I know we're land of the free and everything, but then you have this douchebag in Ohio, Brooklyn. High school coach resigns after team's Nazi play calls. So this guy decided Brooklyn High School Tim McFarland and his players repeatedly used the words Nazi as a play call in a game against Beechwood High School. It's a Cleveland suburb, roughly 90% Jewish, according to the latest survey published in 2011 by the Jewish Federation of Cleveland. They stopped using the term in the second half. Oh, that was nice. After Beechwood threatened to pull their players from the field, according to a statement from Beechwood School Superintendent Robert Hardis. However, several Brooklyn players continued to direct racial slurs at Beechwood players during the game, the statement read. McFarland handed in his notice of resignation Monday morning. Jesus, I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? And this is not the first time Beechwood student athletes have been subjected to anti-Semitic and racist speech. Jesus Christ. Robert Hardis said, yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, you can use anything, and your Nazi is one of your play calls, and you're going against a Jewish. That's why, I think I just with the whole thing with the whole thing with Twitter and all that with NFL sponsor. There's a lot of things on the white supremacist pages, whatever you want to call it. And listen, I have dealt with anti-Semitism my whole goddamn life. And I'm not saying that other people haven't, of other races. We all have. But you wouldn't want them using using the N-word for a play call. You wouldn't want them using for an Indian person, an Asian person using a derogatory term. What would I say? A Latino, Spanish person? Well, you wouldn't want to use a term like any derogatory terms as a play call. It's wrong. And these are kids that are going to. This is our future. And if you're putting this in their heads, and these high school kids now, where are we going as a race, as a country? Nowhere good. And I saw this and I was like, I just was like, why? What are we doing? And it's nothing good. Nothing good at all comes from it. And I saw that I was very disturbed by this. Very disturbed. So, no, not good. Yeah. Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, gross, right? I mean, really bad. Really bad. And not good at all. No, not even. I just saw it and I was like, how do you do something like that? How do you look straight in the face and think, okay, this is a good idea for us. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, this is a good idea. I mean, come on. Nothing good comes from this. And it's not going away. It's not going away. And I'm here to talk about sports, but that's terrible. That's just, yeah. I don't even know what to say. And when I see that, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's not going to work. All right. Yeah, good. All right. And yeah, I had some baseball stuff, some NBA stuff, and 39 days till college basketball. John Fanta posted that I saw, and I was like, 39 days, dude. I mean, 39 days. I'm like, right now I'm thinking about college football. I'm thinking about the UNC schedule came out, and I'm like, okay, so they end the season against Duke and all this stuff. And I saw MLB, I could talk about the Astros. Oh, did you see that? Did you see yesterday the Julio Rodriguez, the one of the pitchers for the Astros, who he had over to his house because they're both from the DR, was used a derogatory term toward him. It's not allegedly. It might have even been an very derogatory term when he struck him out and did this, like got in his face and everything. And I'm thinking, but they were friends or something, and they almost led to the benches being, benches coming out and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, that's not good. And there's a point of being okay. You make a play and you're all pumped up and everything, and then you do shit like that, and you're like, well, why? Why would you do something like that? What's gained by doing that? What good comes out of that situation? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. And the kids see this stuff. And then kids emulate this stuff. Like Acuna, flapping his arms and all that and doing his little dance and all that stuff. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of all of that. And it's in all sports, and kids see it. I mean, I did that thing where they have the walkout music. Kids have all that stuff and everything. It's a lot out of control. It's a lot out of control. Oh, and I saw Rudy Gay sign with Golden State. Remember I talked about him? What was a trivia question that he's never won a playoff series in his career. 4 playoff series, 17 years in the league. I saw that that Utah Jazz is doing like a Utah Jazz Plus where people can get their own cable network because that whole regional sports thing collapsed. So that's all over with. So they're doing their own, and you can buy games like their own regional package. I guess like kind of like the Yes Network for the Yankees and stuff like that. I saw that. I thought that was kind of cool. And yeah, I mean it's football season. It's only 3 weeks in. I feel like we're crazy. They were saying the Heisman race, and I just feel like everything's done too fast. And I was going to talk about the Yankees and the Mets. I saw McNeil is shutting down for the rest of the season. His UCL in his elbow is acting up, so they shut him down. They shut down Marte. Buck Showalter, is he going to be around? Is Aaron Boone going to be around at the end of the season? I mean, there's going to be a lot of things. Jason's telling me that Soto is going to sign an extension with the Padres. We're going to see how that goes. We have college football this weekend. And yeah, I was going to do some trivia questions, but my phone died. So I remember last show I was talking about the trivia question was, and I already forgot it. So I apologize. But that's all I got for today. So Josh, if there's anything else you want to talk about, let's talk about it. But I think we're done. So I hope everybody has sent my love to my parents, Mrs. S, Carol, Michigan. And congrats, RK, on your Orioles. Congrats on Amar Ross St. Brown. Finished football. Of course, Harris is 3-0. Of course, he's 3-0. And we never had National Son and Daughter Day when I was a kid. Now they have all these holidays. And I think it's cool people put up pictures of their kids. But I was like, we never had that stuff. And now they have all that stuff now. And that show I talked about on Max, do not watch it. It's a little too much. Yeah, too much, just too much. So everybody have a great day. Josh, thanks so much. Giovanni, Jason, thank you so much. Everybody have a great night. Peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Adios. Later, Gators. Josh, you are the best. You're the best.